isn't it just like part of the gig? Like here's a for instance, like your bit about Puffy.
How you're gonna connect these two fucking dots?
That bit is like, look, you don't have any real personal beef with Diddy, but it's got to go down. The bits are there. I'm a gold miner. I just found some gold.
You're right. Maybe I'm a sociopath.
It's not that you're a sociopath. It's just that that's part of the gig.
Yes.
Like, you're not a sociopath with your friends.
No, I think I'm maybe an empath.
Yes.
But I guess it's one of those things where, like, you justify, you go, okay, if there's, I think this person might have done something bad.
Yes.
And he can get jokes, and we're all going to tell jokes.
Yeah.
I'm not pressing fucking charges.
Well, not only that, you're not the guy who's out there, like, calling the New York Times, hey, you know what I heard about Diddy?
By the way, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You're just like, it's there. I mean, it's not just there. It's everywhere. My fucking news feed is dominated by it.
Yes.
Fox News, CNN, everyone. There's raids at Diddy's house. Who was the guy that was running around with a sports bra on? Did you see that one dude?
No, this is in LA.
Oh my God, I gotta send you this.
While the raids are happening?
Yeah. He got caught up in the raid and he was yelling, I'm a celebrity, I'm a celebrity.
Hold everything. Jay-Z and Diddy's world is imploding right before our eyes. I'm still gasping at these bombshell trafficking allegations and J-Lo connections. This isn't just another celeb scandal. It's the music industry's darkest hour unfolding in real time. Is Jay-Z cutting ties to save himself? What's J-Lo's real role in this twisted nightmare? And who else will fall as these recording industry titans face complete destruction? Brace yourselves. This could change Hollywood forever.
Anybody could come on this internet and say anything, right? And dude is getting a whole lot of attention because people are even calling me, asking me about him, you know, and I don't know him from a can of paint. He even mentioned my name, saying that I know. I know what I know. I don't know what he knows. But I do know this, that it's only 3 people that had contracts with Puff and Bad Boy. Me, Wolf, and Paul Offord. If he didn't come through Paul Offord Security, Green Gate Security, he didn't have a contract with Puff. Because anybody who worked for Puff, other than me and Wolf, came through Green Gate Security. That was Paul's security thing, especially at the time that he was saying that he worked for Puff, or Puff offered him $30,000. Now, anybody knows this, that Bad Boy took 50% of all this artist publishing, right? 50% of all the artist publishing straight out the rip. Then Puff gave Big $200,000 for the rest of his publishing.
Stay with me for all the jaw-dropping details. This could be the most devastating fallout in entertainment history, a complete game changer. Smash that subscribe button and let's dive into this piping hot mess.
Agua Wright is a well-known whistleblower. She has predicted many of the crimes Diddy is charged with today. Now, as of recent, she had an interview with Piers Morgan, and she did say that Jay-Z and Beyonce were implicated with Diddy. Now, let me know your opinion on the things she's sharing about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
She's referring to Jay-Z, Sean Carter.
They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane, unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
So essentially what she's trying to say is that Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing or have done similar things that Diddy is being accused of. What do you guys think about this? You think it's true? You think she's full of it? Let me know down below.
There's just been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z and Beyonce, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations. Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost, adding fuel to the fire. An unsettling audio clip allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy has surfaced, courtesy of Diddy's former bodyguard.
For decades, Jay-Z and Diddy were untouchable gods in the entertainment world. They didn't just influence music and culture, they completely dominated it. But now, that towering legacy is crumbling before our very eyes as both moguls are caught in a legal and PR nightmare that gets darker with each new revelation. At the heart of this devastating scandal are allegations so shocking they've pulled in not just these two giants, but other huge names, including Jennifer Lopez. Once celebrated as the ultimate success stories, Jay-Z and Diddy now find themselves drowning in lawsuits and accusations that could completely destroy everything they've built. The world is watching in absolute disbelief as this tangled web unravels, exposing the dark shadows behind all that glitz and glamour we've admired for years. This isn't just about courtroom drama, it's a heartbreaking tale of power, privilege, and how quickly unchecked influence can lead to disaster. As more details emerge every day, we're all left wondering just how far this scandal will reach and who else might be dragged down with them.
One day, Ashler, Kushner, Diddy, and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, you know, like some of his music, the whole 9 yards. But when we went over to the, I think that was Prudential Center in Newark, and him and Puff met up, it was strange to me. Because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other. Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that the people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him,
I still can't believe how far Diddy has fallen. Once celebrated as a brilliant visionary, Sean Diddy Combs is now facing absolutely terrifying federal charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking. The allegations paint such a disturbing picture, accusing him of creating a horrifying web of manipulation and exploitation spanning decades. His nightmare began in November 2023, when the first lawsuit dropped, alleging abusive and coercive behavior. Since then, it's been an absolute avalanche of civil and criminal cases, each one destroying another piece of that carefully crafted image of an untouchable mogul. Those jaw-dropping revelations about his infamous parties and alleged misconduct have only made everything worse. The impact on his reputation has been absolutely devastating. Brands cutting ties, former friends running for the hills, and public opinion turning viciously against him. What was once considered a legacy of creativity and business genius is now completely overshadowed by accusations that could lead to financial ruin and years behind bars.
well, when I first heard the when I first heard the allegations, I said to myself, that's 2000, that's when I was there. And so I got to read what was said and how it went down and everything like that. And then first of all, I start seeing some inconsistency. But I don't want to, criticize the victim or the person that said that they was a victim, but some of the statements and some of the things that I heard was incorrect. As far as I know what we did at that time. First of all, we did not use limousines. We used SUVs in 2000. You know what I'm saying? So when she said that it was a limousine that picked her up or she went with a limousine driver, I was kind of skeptical and wanted to hear more about her story. So now she said that the limousine driver, got her into a party, but somehow she had to went to a gas station, and if you know that area, there's no gas stations unless you walk all the way up to 96th Street. That's like 40-something blocks. So I was like, all you had to walk to the west side, which is another
The allegations against Sean Jay-Z Carter are equally horrifying, with a lawsuit brought by Jane Doe accusing him of participating in a truly nightmarish incident at a 2000 after-party hosted by Diddy. My heart absolutely breaks reading the details. The lawsuit describes the assault of a 13-year-old girl and implicates both Jay-Z and Diddy in the disturbing events of that night. Jane Doe's account is absolutely chilling. She recounts being coerced into attending the party, drugged, and then assaulted by multiple people. While Jay-Z's legal team is fighting hard to dismiss the case, citing timeline problems and lack of evidence, these accusations have cast such a dark shadow over his entire legacy. His legal strategy has been incredibly aggressive, with motions trying to reveal Jane Doe's identity that have sparked serious backlash. Critics are furious, saying these tactics are just attempts to intimidate the victim, which is making Jay-Z look even worse in the public eye. As this case moves forward, I keep wondering if one of music's most legendary figures can possibly survive this scandal, or if this is the beginning of his complete downfall.
And I don't know dude from a can of paint.
So whoever this Uncle Ron dude is, he's a liar then. He's a fraud.
Is he a fraud? Bruh, he's what he is. He wasn't part of our security that I knew of. Not at that time. He never been on no trips with us. He never been at no parties, no nothing. So is he a fraud? The internet will have the real niggas looking fake and the fake niggas looking real. Put it together. How could he want Biggie publishing when he already had it? That's where he fucked up at. That's where he fucked up at. How you want something that you already own?
Yeah, you right. You right.
I know I am. That's where he fucked up at. Bad Boy owns 50% of the shit already as an artist. They got 100%. Bad Boy takes 50% right off the top. Then he gave Big $200,000 for the rest of his publishing. So now the other stuff goes to the producers or whatever, of the music. So what is he talking about?
Poor Jennifer Lopez, an absolute icon in her own right, has somehow been pulled into this nightmare because of her past relationship with Diddy. The allegation suggests that one of her music videos was played over and over during disturbing incidents at Diddy's notorious parties. Speculation is absolutely wild about whether J-Lo is the celebrity B mentioned in Jane Doe's lawsuit. While there's no hard evidence directly linking her to the alleged crimes, public opinion has been quick to connect the dots, especially given her history with Diddy and when her music career really took off. For J-Lo, this association is a massive threat to her carefully built public image. Once celebrated as such an empowering figure in entertainment, she's now facing intense scrutiny that could completely destroy her legacy. Whether she emerges unscathed or gets pulled in deeper, the fallout from these accusations will definitely change how the world sees her forever.
What is that? It's going to trial, man. It's going to trial. Yo, Cam, it's going to trial.
Maybe not. Not if he snitches.
If he take a plea and they give him immunity.
If he cooperates and takes a plea, it might not go to trial.
Okay, you're right.
But one of the biggest things that I think would come, if Diddy actually makes it to a trial, is gonna be Cassie getting on the stand.
In the most shocking twist yet, Diddy has claimed that Jay-Z tried to divert attention from his own involvement by throwing Jennifer Lopez under the bus, all to protect his wife Beyonce. This explosive cover-up accusation adds a completely mind-blowing dimension to an already tangled web of accusations and power plays in Hollywood. The idea that Jay-Z might have actually snitched on J-Lo reveals the absolutely ruthless lengths some celebrities will go to protect their image. For Jay-Z, protecting his reputation and family seems to be everything, especially in an industry where public perception can make or break your entire empire. But this accusation comes at a devastating cost for Jennifer Lopez, whose name is now even more tangled in this controversy. Speculation about what she might have known has reached fever pitch, forcing her to fight off intense public scrutiny that threatens everything she's built. If these accusations turn out to be true, they could cause permanent damage to relationships across Hollywood's elite circles.
But I am going to tell the truth, you understand, regarding at that time when I was around, that we did not use limousines. There's no limousine driver gonna come to security and get nobody in no party. At all. You understand? At all.
you personally, do you believe her?
My personal belief is that I can't say what happened to her, but regarding the allegations that she made and the picture that she painted, I don't believe what she was saying. And being 13 years old, you know, that's happening, walking around the streets of New York. I think they said she was from Alabama or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Nah, bro. Not walking the streets of New York, finding a gas station. Nah. People in New York who've been in New York all their life can't find a gas station. You understand what I'm saying? They can't find a gas station. It's about, unless you go below 34th Street, 34th Street is about 2 gas stations in Manhattan. One on the east side on 1st Avenue, one on 12th Avenue.
The allegations against Diddy go way beyond Jane Doe's lawsuit, with former Playboy models Rachel Kennedy and Precious Muir sharing their absolutely horrifying experiences. Kennedy described a truly disturbing incident during a 2000 Tokyo party, where she claims Diddy forced guests to watch Jennifer Lopez's music videos on repeat, while inappropriate behavior was happening all around. Precious Muir's account left me absolutely shaken, detailing how she felt drugged after just one sip of a drink at one of Diddy's infamous white parties. She described the environment as completely predatory, with many people seemingly drugged without their consent. These testimonies paint such a disturbing picture of Hollywood's dark underbelly, where power dynamics and exploitation often go completely unchecked. They also reveal a broader pattern of behavior stretching far beyond individual accusations, raising serious questions about the culture of silence within the entertainment industry.
Judges ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit all.
Jay-Z's legal team, led by Alex Spiro, has taken such an aggressive approach, filing multiple motions to discredit Jane Doe's account. Spiro's inflammatory tactics have sparked serious criticism, with the judge actually rebuking the defense for wasting judicial resources and being unnecessarily hostile. The judge's decision to allow Jane Doe to remain anonymous, at least for now, is a huge setback for Jay-Z's team. It shows the court recognizes just how sensitive these allegations are and the potential risks to the plaintiff if her identity is revealed. Despite these setbacks, Jay-Z's team isn't backing down, determined to destroy the credibility of these accusations through aggressive cross-examination and evidence challenges. As this case moves forward, I'm watching closely to see if these harsh legal tactics can possibly succeed against the weight of public outrage and the judge's obvious skepticism.
That are attached to Diddy and that are pulling the strings. One of them is Beyonce.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
And one of them is Jay-Z. Very interesting. Anytime you watch the Grammys, every single woman artist, they always thank Beyonce.
yeah.
From Lady Gaga to Miley Cyrus,
Adele, Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
They all thank Beyonce. But why? So theory goes, way back, when Aaliyah, one of the biggest hip-hop artists, she was on the rise at the same time as Beyonce. But who was in power at the time? Obviously Jay-Z and Beyonce. And as we know, Diddy, right?
Yeah.
Theory goes that they decided to take out Aaliyah because she was such a competition to Beyonce to be #1.
Damn.
And she really was. She was about to outshine her. Now check this out. There's another artist
Isn't
that
the one
died.
with the swoop? I
Yeah,
forgot her name.
Left Eye. This is what's crazy, right? Aaliyah, Left Eye, and Michael Jackson. All three of them, they died on the 25th day of the month. Aaliyah died on August 25th.
Okay.
Left
Jennifer Lopez is in such an impossible position, caught between allegations against her ex Diddy and claims that she was somehow involved. Her brand, built on decades of success in music, film, and business, now faces the terrifying risk of being completely overshadowed by scandal. Public perception of J-Lo has shifted dramatically, with some cruelly viewing her as a potential enabler, while others argue she's being unfairly dragged into events beyond her control. Her recent appearances and social media posts show she's desperately trying to project normalcy, but the shadow of these allegations follows her everywhere. The collapse of the friendship between Jay-Z and Diddy, once the cornerstone of their mutual success, is absolutely heartbreaking to watch. Reports suggest Jay-Z is desperately distancing himself from Diddy, probably trying to protect his own legacy and business interests. This separation marks such a dramatic shift in Hollywood's power dynamics, where alliances often determine who rises and who falls. A legacy in jeopardy. Jay-Z and Diddy's journey from cultural icons to embattled figures facing potential ruin is such a cautionary tale. With allegations ranging from abuse to cover-ups, their reputations, careers, and personal lives now hang by a thread. The stakes couldn't be higher, with the possibility of a 100-year sentence for Diddy and financial devastation for both men. As these legal battles unfold, the world is watching to see if justice will be served or if these powerful figures will somehow escape unscathed once again. For now, their legacies are in serious jeopardy, serving as a stark reminder of the price of unchecked influence and the desperate need for change. The empire is crumbling, two music legends now fighting for survival in a scandal that's consuming everyone in its path. This isn't just career-ending, it's potentially life-destroying. Drop your thoughts below. Will they survive, or is this the end? Hit subscribe now, because trust me, this explosive story is just beginning. See you next time with even more shocking revelations. Shocking